Linda Medeiros with What's Linda Cooking for ORCTV. We are at the Council on Aging today, and we're making something really yummy. I got a phone call from Lorraine. I think she's a senior coordinator here at the Rochester Council on Aging, and she was like, Linda, we have zucchini. So what can you make with zucchini? So I was like, okay, what am I going to do with zucchini? So I adapted a roasted chicken with asparagus and a pan sauce to be with zucchini, okay? So that's what we're cooking today. What I love about this recipe is it's really not a recipe. You can change it out with the meats, you know, and stuff like that. And I've done it with mashed potatoes on the side. Today I'm doing it with rice on the side. So I've already got my rice kind of going here, and it's starting to simmer a little bit. So I'm gonna put the cover on it, and I'm gonna kind of lower down just a little bit. When you ladies see steam coming out of that, let me know, because I'm gonna like lower it down a little bit more, okay? And then I'm gonna take this pan right over here, because we're gonna start that chicken going, and this is the hardest part of cooking sometimes, is lighting. At least I find that. Oh gosh, see, I did that, and now I can't light it. Sure have waited. This is when Rachel Ray says cut, but I have to continue. Nope, no flame. There we go. Flame. Okay. So we're going to put this, and this is the best kind of pan for this particular thing is a stainless pan, okay? Because you want a little bit of the stickiness, okay? Which is called foam. That's the little bits that end up being on your pan. That's going to make our pan sauce. So you want something that's a stainless instead of a non-stick. My pan back here is actually a hybrid pan. It's like a non-stick stainless. So it has a little bit of the stickiness, okay? So I like that about it. And I've got some chicken here, and you know what, it was hard to find chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs today. This is a Monday morning, and I went bright and early, and sometimes they're not all stocked. So I actually went to 3 different places to try to find these as a reasonable price. So I actually got bone on, and then I processed it myself, okay? So we've got a little bit of a, in the audience, because you don't like doing it, you don't like to touch your chicken and stuff, right? So what I did was I just like deboned it, and then I also like saved all the bones, because what am I gonna make with that? Y'all know me. Stock, yeah, like a soup stock or something like that. So I just put it all in the, and, you know, I'll put it in the freezer, or I'll just make it. I don't know. It's kind of hot here right now, and I'm just putting some garlic, some white pepper, and some onion on there. Okay, and I'm gonna take some, just a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna put that in the pan and swirl it around a little bit. So here we go, swirling, 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 swirling. And then we're going to put the chicken down, and I'm not going to touch it. Not going to touch it for a while, okay? So if you see me trying to touch it, tell me no, okay? So we're going to put that. And I like these tongs because you don't have to touch the chicken then, right? So we're just going to put that right on here. And how's my rice going? My rice is doing well. Hopefully it'll be done by the time we're done here. There's a lot of rice I've got in there. Because in the Council on Aging, we are cooking for, actually we're cooking for about 30 people when I come here. So let me throw this in here just so we can start getting that kind of going. Put those there. And then we're going to add some other things. We need to add, and we're not going to totally cook that chicken. We're only browning the chicken. Okay, that's it. So we've got a little bit of onion. And this is a Vidalia, just because it was the same price as the other one, so I figured, why not get a nice Vidalia instead? So we're going to throw that in there. And I might cut these in half because they're very long strips. So we've got that. Take my board over there. Get that in there. Okay. Get that going. Not moving the chicken, just moving the onions. And I love these one pot. Here goes my rice. So we're going to kind of put that down low and just let it steam. And usually about 20 minutes, but like I said, I got a lot of roast in there. So hopefully it'll be done by the time this whole thing is done. We don't know. So I got that going in there. Now I want to do a little bit of mushrooms. So I've got some mushrooms. And normally when I'm cleaning mushrooms, I'm just like, I don't put them under water. I just take a paper towel and just kind of, brush them off. So we're going to slice these mushrooms. And I'm going to just put it in here just because it's easier for me to do it. Because I can slice them really, really quickly. I like things that make it quick. You know what I mean? Because prep, most of the time, is wasted in the kitchen by prepping. I shouldn't say wasted, but that's what takes the longest time. So sometimes when you get all that prepped up, it's just a lot easier. So we've got that. Oh, I might as well. No, we're gonna wait for that. Okay. So we're gonna slice this up too, and I could use that, but I'm just gonna use my knife here. Normally at home, that top of that zucchini, that's going into a bag too, and then into the freezer, because that's good stuff for stock and stuff. Any of your little vegetables, your onion ends, your peels of your carrots and stuff like that, put it in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, and just when you have enough, just throw it into a stock pot. And when it's cool enough to do it, it's like unbelievable. I don't know if you can see the sweat dripping off me, but this is like, and we're in air conditioning. In my house, I don't have air conditioning. Don't y'all feel sorry for me? We've got some eeks here. So anyways, I have air conditioning in my bedroom. So sometimes I'll just work in the bedroom. I'll take my laptop in the bedroom and work in my bedroom. So anyways, so we're just gonna slice this up. But this recipe is great if you have zucchinis in season right now, so that is great. But a lot of times we have, there might not be zucchini in season. So we might do maybe some asparagus, some green beans. If you don't have any chicken's not on sale or whatever, you can do pork, or if you like pork chops, you can do pork in this. If you want to do some fish, you can do fish in this. All different kinds of things. So I'm going to try to move this now. Yeah, it's moving. And it's got a nice little color on it. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up. You guys on camera can see it. See? It's got a nice little color. And then the pan is developing some of that nice fond that I was talking about. Okay? So that's gonna make that sauce. And I'm gonna kind of move some stuff around now, because we need to make accommodations for all this now in there too. So we're gonna throw that in there. And we're just gonna let that go for just a little bit. Just kind of let that go. Because in a little bit, I'm going to deglaze that pan. Okay, I'm gonna make a little bit of a sauce. So here's what my sauce is gonna be. We're gonna put a little bit of chicken stock. At home, I'm gonna use wine. But here I don't use wine, okay? So, at home, that's what I do. I always have a bottle of wine. What does that say about me? I always have some $3 chuck. I know it went up. It's not $2 chuck anymore. Well, it's $2.99. But I always have some of that. We got a little bit of Dijon mustard. The original recipe for this calls for Dijon rub. I don't have any Dijon rub with me, so I'm going to use Dijon mustard. And I'm going to put a little bit more. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. A little bit more pepper. Right in there. And we're going to take a little bit of lemon. Just a little bit. And I'm just going to put that in here without it squeezing up at me. There we go. Do you know how to find the best citrus with the most juice? Okay. The ugliest ones tend to have more juice in them. And then also, ones that, oh my gosh. Oh, ones that don't have, that end? You know how it has like a big nipple on the end? Less of a small, flush is better than a larger bump on the end. The larger bump, not as much juice. The flatter ones, more juice. So it doesn't look good. And no bump on the end. Those are the best ones. actually gonna put the garlic in there instead. We're gonna put some garlic. So that's how you choose that, okay? Now the other thing that I'm doing a lot these days is because I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of chicken on sale recently. Like, so like whole chickens. Like today, I went to Price Right, whole chicken 69 cents a pound. I'm just gonna say that's cheap protein right there, okay? So what I do, when I get home, I take it out of the packaging and I just clean it. And then I put it in a Ziploc bag, zip it up, throw it in the freezer. Why? Because if it doesn't defrost all the way, sometimes it doesn't defrost, you can't get the bag out. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. I don't have a bag to deal with. So, I just throw it in the freezer and then just use them as I eat them, okay? So we're just going to whisk that up and put that aside. And I'm going to use that in a little bit. I'm going to mix things up here now that my chicken is going. Oh my gosh, doesn't it smell good? Anytime you do onions and garlic and chicken, chicken's good too. That smell is just amazing. And you can see that there's nice color going on in here. I'll just show you ladies. See how that nice color going on there? Now, we're not going to cook it. Like I said, we're not cooking it all the way through. Okay? And then we're going to put a little bit of tomato in it. This is what's going to add another dimension to, because we want a lot of different things in here. I like that there's a lot of vegetables in here. Because I know in my family, I have a tough time getting vegetables sometimes in people. Okay? Because yes, we like salads. We like veggies. It's just like we like starches better. So, we like starches and proteins better. So, I kind of try to do a lot of these one skillet meals that just incorporate a lot of, different aspects. We have the protein and then we also have the veggies. So yes, this is cool. This is just cutting my tomatoes in half. I just find it. This one, because my knife is not the right one, it's not totally in half. Okay? Because sometimes it does it a little bit off. But I love this one. Because it does that, but it also, when you get whopping chicken breast, I call them, what do I call them? Oh my gosh, I lost the term that I use them. But they're like my whole family could eat one chicken breast. You know which ones I'm talking about. Well, I put it in there and I shave them and make them cutlets. Very easy with that. Okay? This is amazing. I love this. Also use it for cutting bagels and stuff like that. So this is going to go into the mix here. And the tomatoes are going to start kind of oozing their juice a little bit. Okay? But look at how nice and colorful this is, just with everything. Now, if it's particularly hot like it is today, you don't even have to put this in the oven. This can go into the oven. You don't need to put it into the oven. Okay? You can just completely do this on top of the stove. Okay? So that you're not like heating up the oven and that sort of thing. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start making this pan sauce because we've got the little bits and it's actually already starting to make because we've got some of the vegetables are kind of letting go of their juices. So we're already starting to make the pan sauce with this. So I'm just going to kind of put that in there. And I'm going to bump up the heat because now I want this to reduce. And it's starting to get a richer color. And we'll let this go. It's starting to get a little bit of richer color, and that's what you want when you're making a pan sauce. That deglazing of the pan. Some people will just like, oh gosh, now I have to clean this pan. No, just throw some liquid in it, and you've got some like a great sauce. That's what you want. That's why when you go to a restaurant, everything just tastes so much better because they're making that nice pan sauce. They're deglazing that pan, and that's what all of that flavor is. And a lot of people are just kind of like throwing that down the drain. And you definitely don't wanna do that. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna then serve this right over a bed of rice. That's what we're gonna do with this. So, what I do when you're making this with fish, what you wanna do is just put the fish in last, pretty much, okay? Because the fish is going to cook so much faster than the veggies, and you really don't want them to, you don't wanna overcook the fish. The pork, depending on how thin it is, you might actually have to put that in a little bit later too, or take it out of the pan when you're doing it, not leaving it in the pan, because the minute, when you leave it in the pan, you're going to get, it's gonna be dry, and no one wants dry pork. I don't know, what is that thing that everybody is afraid of with pork? Is it trichinosis or something like that? It's something like that. Look it up on WebMD. Oh, never mind. Don't look it up on WebMD. Because when you look up anything on WebMD, what happens? You're dying. Anybody notice that when you go on WebMD? You're dying the minute you go on there. That's what everything says. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this, and this is going to be shut off, and it's just going to go right into the oven. Now you can put this in the oven, and remember to take a pot holder when you take it out of the oven. Okay, so we're going to put this in the oven. And that's one of the things, seriously, that I always have to think about when I'm doing that. So let's check on our rice, because we want to see, and I think this rice is done. I'm shutting it off because I think it's done. So we're gonna fluff it out. Yeah, it's done. We're gonna fluff this out. And you can use any kind of rice you want. Well, like I said, you could use mashed potatoes for this recipe. I like jasmine rice. We use that a lot in my house. It has that nice floral type of, you can smell it, and it has that nice floral type of flavor also. What kind of rice do you all like? Brown rice? Yeah, brown rice is also another really great one. Takes about, I always find that my white rice takes about 20 minutes. Brown rice takes about 45 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I don't do as much brown rice as I should. And don't even get me started about minute rice, because I'm just going to say quit cooking rice. Well, by the time your meal is done, it's 20 minutes anyways. I don't know many people who can get a meal on the table in 10 minutes unless it's a sandwich. So most of the time, your meal is taking you a good, probably a good 20 minutes. Your rice is done by the end if you use regular rice, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to put some rice right on it. Now, I do a ratio of 1 part rice, 2 parts liquid. This particular one I did slightly under because I have so much rice that I'm making, so I did slightly under. Other people, they'll instead of 1 to 2, they will do 1 to 1.5 for a slightly drier rice, okay? So that's just a little tip with the rice department, who thinks that the first time my daughters try to make rice on their own, they're gonna be calling me like, how do you do this? My daughter, my oldest, actually blames me for her lack of not cooking. Yes, yes, you know who you are. Because I cook so much, she didn't get a chance to cook. She also walks in the house at like 5 o'clock and says, "What's for dinner?" And I'll be like, "I just put it on." Oh my gosh, that's my diet. And then my youngest, when she was at Disney, she actually said to me, she's like, Mom, I don't like having to cook the minute I get home. I like it just done for me. Because she had me and a college dorm, the cafeteria, it's always done. I'm like, join the club. So, and I like to cook, and I like it done for me every once in a while. Okay, so we're gonna take out this one. We're gonna see how it is. Oh, by the way, I used I love this nice little tip about garlic, okay? And you're gonna think of me, and you're gonna think of this every time you shop for garlic. What are you looking for in a garlic? Big cloves. Big cloves, okay. I'm gonna say, think of men's underwear. We're talking briefs. Tighty whities, okay? Tight bulbs, white. That's what you want in your garlic, okay? So now you're gonna think of me every time you, or think of tighty whities. Okay, so I did these earlier. So we're gonna see, hopefully this is all done. I had to do this in batches. And I wish they had smell-o-vision because, does this not smell like amazing? I mean, it is amazing. The smell of this. My people here can't see. So what we have here is we have an incredible pan sauce, and we get all of the veggies. And what I used actually in this one was yellow squash and some kind of other kind of a squash, which is like a zucchini. So I used that in this. So this is, and I love the way the color is with this. And you can see the pan sauce right here underneath. So let me get one more thing. And I wish I had fresh, but I don't. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, don't tell me I can't do it. Nope. No parsley, people. No parsley. Okay, so. Nope. Okay. So this is our roasted chicken and zucchini with a pan sauce. Easy to make. What do you think? Isn't that like quick and easy? When I'm not talking, it's a half an hour, start to finish. But nice, easy, the recipe that's not really a recipe. So this, again, is roasted chicken and zucchini with a pan sauce. If you want this recipe, you know what, I have a website, I have a Facebook page. The Facebook page is the easiest way to find it, www.facebook.com/what'sLindaCooking, no apostrophes, no spaces. Again, it's www.facebook.com/what'sLindaCooking. Like that page. I post a recipe probably every day. And I also have a VIP group. It's VIP What's Linda Cooking. And I post a recipe on that every day too. So, try this. I think you're going to like it. And this is Linda Medeiros for ORCTV. I'm at the Council on Aging. What's Linda Cooking? We will see you next time. And hopefully it'll be cooler.